My family pranked me, and now I'm through with them.
No jokes.
I, 27 female, have always had a complicated relationship with my family. They've always been the type of people who think any joke is fine as long as someone laughs, no matter who gets hurt. Over the years, I've tried to brush it off and not let it bother me too much. But this time, they crossed the line, and I can't ignore it. By the way, this comes from Spiritual Ad 50, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I relate a lot.
Someone pranking you?
No, I relate a lot to trying to get a laugh out of someone.
Yeah, I know.
But not at someone's cost.
Oh, really? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, never at anyone's cost.
That didn't hurt you, though.
It hurt my pride.
So recently, I achieved something big in my life. I bought my first home after saving for years. Congrats.
Nice.
It's something I worked incredibly hard for, sacrificing vacations, nights out, and basically anything extra to make it happen.
The prank is that they like found a random house, sold it to her, quote unquote. And then she's like, yeah, I bought my first home. And then they're like, pranked. That was fake. We stole your money and you don't have a house. And she's like, that's a terrible thing you've done.
It's
they're
just
like,
a prank, bro.
They're like, it's so funny. Everyone's laughing.
It's like the opposite of the bus when they were like, move that bus.
Yeah. Move that bus. There's nothing there.
I was beyond proud of myself and excited to finally have a place to call my own. Naturally, I wanted to share this milestone with my family, even though our relationship has always been rocky. A few weeks ago, we had a family dinner to celebrate my new home. Everything seemed fine at first. They congratulated me, asked about the house, and seemed genuinely happy for me. But halfway through the night, my brother, 30 male, and sister, 25 female, handed me an envelope.
Dude, was I right? Am I going to be right? No.
They said it was a surprise to help me with my home.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm lost, but I'm going to keep going. I opened it, and inside was what looked like a legal notice stating my house purchase has been canceled because of clerical error and that it was now being sold to someone else. It even had an official-looking letterhead, my name, and details about the house.
Wait, so the prank is just the opposite of what I said the prank was going to be. They just said that you don't have a house.
The bank's taking back the house. None of your checks cleared.
Also, how did they approach that? They said, we have something for you to help with the house. Is that how they approached that?
So this is what happened next. I was in complete shock. Everyone around the table started laughing, and my brother yelled, "Gotcha!" Turns out they had a fake letter and thought it would be hilarious to see my reaction. I burst into tears, which only made them laugh harder. They even recorded the whole thing on their phones and posted it on social media.
What?
Here's my thought. One, that was funny.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I would have done that, and I would have been like, "Oh my gosh, it's good." Two, once you start crying,
yeah,
joke's over.
Joke's over. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I thought you would like it.
It's not like she's sobbing. Oh, like that's insane.
Given the context that I have, if this was the only prank they've ever done, funny. But since they always try to get at OP,
the thing is that you know that they have a prank channel on YouTube where they do this all the time. Like if they're posting this on social media, they absolutely have a prank channel, and it's like the worst thing that you've ever seen.
Oh, dude.
So, okay, the only thing I'm going to give, not them per se, but I will critique about UOP is, why did you think your family had access? Like, wouldn't it have gone to you?
How did they get a hold of this?
Yeah, like I would have, if I knew that they were, pranksters, and I can't imagine it was a very good recreation. Like, why did you immediately believe that your family had somehow gotten a hold of a bank statement that just said, clerical error, you don't have the house?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, they sent it to us rather than you.
Yeah. I feel like your family pranks you because you're really gullible. Not that they're right for it, but I think you're an easy target, OP, and they know that.
You're gullible and a little sensitive, so that's why you just keep
you're
crying.
an easy target for them.
Oh, dang. My little brother's kind of like this.
Yeah.
He'll get upset pretty easily. Just what it is. Okay. When I finally managed to speak, I told them how cruel this was. Buying this house is the biggest thing I've ever done, and they turned it into a joke at my expense. Their response? You're so sensitive. It was just a prank. Lighten up.
Also, did they post that on social media immediately? Were they like, "Oh, this is going on YouTube"? Like, how did you know?
Yeah.
Or did you find it later? You were like,
probably later. Yeah. I left the dinner early, completely heartbroken. At your own house?
That's a good question.
I hate that we're slamming on OP, but dude, you're making it easy.
Like, yeah, your family is mean and like kind of bullying you.
I have some more thoughts on this, but I'll tell it later. A few days later, I decided I'd had enough. This wasn't the first time they pulled a prank like this. Over the years, they've humiliated me countless times, once ruining a job interview outfit by accidentally spilling coffee on it, another time pretending to lose my dog just to see me panic.
Okay, see, those ones are not cool. Those ones are much worse. Honestly, those ones are much worse than this one because this one I feel like is so like see-through.
Yeah, but this is the straw.
Yeah. She's
camel
like, I can't take it anymore.
I cut off all contact. I didn't make a scene. I just stopped responding to messages, blocked them on social media, and declined invites to family events. Now I'm getting guilt-tripping messages from extended family saying I'm being selfish and tearing the family apart. My mom even left me a voicemail crying about how much she misses me and begging me to come back. But I can't bring myself to forgive them. This prank felt like the final straw, and I don't see how I can trust them again. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for cutting off my family over this prank? Like Sophia said, not the worst one, but if the dynamic in the family is always you're the butt of the joke,
It's not fun. It's not fun. Yeah, like it feels like if this were just that joke alone, I'd be like, well, cutting your family off is pretty unreasonable. But
yeah,
it seems like it's been years and years of this kind of behavior, and that's not fun to experience.
so it makes sense to set a boundary. Some people go no contact, and then over time,
Yeah,
they start to
maybe
come
it's
back.
like they realize that, they shouldn't treat you like this, and then
Yeah.
you can kind of just go to limiting contact instead
Yeah.
of you can always change it.
Yeah, having a serious conversation with people
Yeah.
will be good.
Say like, this is what happens when you treat me like this.
Yeah.
I will consider contact, but there needs to be a whole lot of changes.
Got to be another butt around here because I can't be the only one. Let's stop making fun of brother.
Yeah.
Top comment. Best comment is 15 says, you're rightfully upset because it wasn't a prank. It was bullying. It was just a joke. BS is something every bully does to justify humiliating people. Okay, this was a humiliation tactic.
Yeah.
They thought it would be fun to upset you on your big night and then take videos of it and post it on social media, and your mom is crying that she misses you? No, she had an opportunity there to rip them a new one about their behavior and treating you with kindness and respect. And she thought it would be better to go along with the prank. You deserve much better than this. I'm glad you finally decided to call an end to their bullying. Don't let them in or extend any family members pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do. I'm sorry that they couldn't just let you be happy for your achievement. Congrats on the new home. We just got an update from OP.
I think that the family's going to try a lot harder to get back into her life. Yeah. I feel like this might end with her kind of reconciling with some family members, and then we'll find out that like some family members suck more than others. I feel like that's where we're headed. But just hold your boundaries strong.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing. Whether you're, gonna go back into or like have contact with them or not, just make sure you know what your boundaries are. They know what your boundaries are, and then you go for it.
Step by step right there.
Yep.
Update. Thank you all for the advice and support. I want to provide an update because things have escalated in ways I never
Oh
expected.
no.
After I went no contact with my family, I thought they'd eventually accept my decision and move on. But that hasn't been the case.
They're like, now we're pranking her for real. Watch out.
We'll see how your car works without brakes.
Yeah, literally. They're like, oh, you thought that was bad? Now that you're no contact with us, we got nothing protecting you.
Whatever protected her in the first place, then. That's the case.
Some familial bond.
For the past few weeks, my brother and sister have been trying to get me to see the funny side of their prank. They've shown up at my house uninvited multiple times, banging on the door and demanding to talk to me.
They're like, it was funny. I was funny.
At first, I ignored them, but it became clear they weren't going to stop. One evening, I caught them standing outside my house with their phones out, recording themselves while yelling things like, she can't take a joke, and let's see how long she can hide.
Why?
It felt more like pesterment than an attempt to reconcile.
I think that they're doing all of this for their YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, like OP is their main source of content,
Oh.
and they need their star back.
Oh, shoot. How else are we going to keep this thing going without her?
They make so much money from OP,
Dude.
and now she's gone, and all of the commenters are like, "Wait, where'd OP go? What happened with OP?" They're like, "We can't let them know that we badgered her until she cut contact."
The final straw came when I discovered my car had been egged overnight,
They can't stop.
and my security camera caught my brother and sister doing it. I confronted them through text, telling them they crossed the line and needed to stop. Their response: "You're so dramatic. You're going to laugh about this one day."
Dude, I think you need to go full. You have two options: police or full force attack them back. You start leaving, I don't know, like Nair in the shampoo bottles.
There we go.
Yeah, you TP the house.
Honestly, you just get a couple of boys and give them some money.
Yeah, and you say,
have at
"Hey, I got a job. Hey, you kid, I got a job for you.
There we go.
Here's an address. Go wild."
Do things I never thought about doing.
Yeah, I trust you, kids.
At this point, I realized I couldn't handle this on my own. I went to the police and filed a report.
That's the boring option.
She went with the option number 1 and filed a report for pesterment. They took my statement, reviewed the footage from my security camera, and agreed that this behavior was unacceptable. My siblings were contacted and warned to stay away from me. Their reaction? More mocking responses and calling me a snitch and accusing me of tearing the family apart. Some of my extended family members are siding with them, saying I should have just talked it out instead of involving the police. But others, especially those who have seen the footage, are horrified and fully support my decision.
Well, yeah, the reasonable people in your family. Exactly what I said. I was like, some people are going to prove that they're better than you thought, and some people, like your brother and sister, are going to prove that they're a whole lot worse.
Yeah, this feel a mix of relief and sadness. It's hard to accept that my own family treat me this way, but I also feel safer knowing I've taken steps to protect myself. I'm focusing on building a new life in my home and surrounding myself with people who respect and support me.
Nice.
All right, and we sadly have another update.
Oh no,
From OP.
No, OP. I hope it ends with you. I don't know, like moving. Well, no, you just bought your house. You can't move.
She can't
You're
move.
stuck
She's
here.
stuck.
Oh.
She's worked so hard.
Yeah, just get one of those really intense security systems that like there's like a tripwire and everything,
Oh
and
my
there's like
gosh.
dogs. Yeah, yeah, and it's like you have just crossed the trip. It's like, and the police are called every time you trip the tripwire.
Dang. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought there'd be like a trap waiting for him. Like,
Oh no.
Like Dennis the Menace the house. Or
Oh, like Home
Alone it.
Alone. Yeah. Yeah, you could Home Alone your house, I guess, if you want to.
Dude, some of those are cruel.
I mean, a lot of the Home Alone traps are pretty intense.
You could die.
I'm surprised that the burglars
goons.
didn't. Yeah.
Day 2. Nearly 3 months later, I know I haven't updated in a while, and honestly, it's because dealing with all of this has been exhausting. Even after filing the police report, my brother and sister wouldn't let up. I wanted to believe they'd eventually get bored and move on, but instead, they doubled down.
Oh.
The mocking messages didn't stop. They even bragged about the warning they received, treating it like a joke, because everything's a joke.
Yeah, they're posting on their channel. The police just freaking gave me a warning. Oh, like I'm gonna listen to that.
My extended family was still split. Some still told me I was overreacting, while others admitted they were disturbed by my siblings' behavior. Then things escalated. My security cameras caught them trespassing on my property again, this time leaving a mess of toilet paper and shaving cream all over my driveway. That was the final straw. I went back to the police and provided the new footage, showing that they had ignored the warning. This time, I filed for a restraining order.
I feel like it's come to that.
Hey.
They can't stop bothering you.
That's what you got to do something.
Yeah.
I had more than enough evidence to prove that their behavior was escalating. And after presenting everything, security footage, text messages, and police reports to the judge, they granted it. They were legally ordered to stay away from me, my home, and my workplace.
Heck yeah. There we go. Sucks that I had to come to that, but
But how did they respond?
Oh, not well.
Of course, they acted like it was a joke. But then they realized I wasn't playing their game anymore. The pestiment had finally stopped. The restraining order forced them to keep their distance. And for the first time in a long time, I felt safe.
Sensing a butt.
But you can listen to us anytime you want on your favorite podcast platform. Just search up OK Storytime on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. And we have all the buts, ands, and ifs, and all these stories that you could ever wish for.
So true. I'm a little bit worried that they are not going to listen to this. Do restraining orders last forever?
6 months to 5 years.
Okay, so no. So are they just going to wait?
Yeah, this can be increased or decreased at the dissertation of the court.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I guess it's, hey, we're going to give 2-year restraining order.
Yeah. So they might come back around in 2 years or something. So just keep an eye on them, and hopefully they listen to the law if they're not going to listen to you.
Some family members still don't understand why I had to take things this far, but I don't need their approval. I did what I had to protect myself. Also, a Google slide goes a long way.
Yeah, you just show all the evidence of what your sister and brother have been doing, and you just send it to everyone.
Yeah.
You say, hey, anyone who thinks that, this is not serious, here you go.
My home is now a place of peace, not anxiety. My phone is quiet. My life is my own again. To anyone dealing with toxic family members who refuse to respect your boundaries, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. You are not obligated to tolerate mistreatment just because it comes from family. Your safety and well-being come first. And if they want to call me a snitch for defending myself, so be it. I'd rather be a snitch than a doormat. Stay strong.
Be strong.
That's it. Wow.
There you go. Okay, well, OP, I'm proud of you.
Me too.
You couldn't, it was too much. They kept pushing you. So you stood up for yourself. And now half your family at least is realizing that, that's not okay. And how you were treated was not okay.
Yeah, not at all, dude. I thought the joke was all right.
Yeah, well, the first joke, I was like, well, it's like a bad joke, but it's not so serious. But coupled with everything else,
over the line.
Yeah.
Get a hint. If you're going to pull a joke, make sure it's funny.
Come on. Make sure everyone's, I don't know, just get everyone in on it.
Seeing that story, got another one coming for you.
My sister demanded a larger share of our inheritance, but I refused.
No more money for you.
So I, 28 male, recently lost my father. It was a really tough time, but we knew it was coming because he had been sick for a while. Before he passed, he made it clear in his will that I would inherit the majority of his estate, including his house and a significant amount of money. My sister, 25 female, would receive a smaller amount, mostly sentimental items and a bit of cash. By the way, this comes from Feisty Implement 6823. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, here's the thing. My sister and my dad didn't have a good relationship. She moved out when she was 18, and they barely spoke after that. My dad tried to reconnect several times, but she always shut him down. I, on the other hand, took care of him during his illness, visiting him almost every day and handling all his medical appointments. Now, my sister is furious. She's calling me selfish and saying that it's unfair she got so little. She thinks I should split the inheritance 50-50. I told her I respected Dad's wishes and that I don't think it's my responsibility to change what he wanted, especially given the circumstance.
Yeah, because, again, I'm going to say it, transactional.
Yeah.
What was the relationship like with Dad and sister? Was it very transactional? Why did she move out?
Yeah, it seems like they didn't have the best relationship. My first immediate advice, before we haven't really gotten too far into it, is if you have a good relationship with your sister and you want to continue having a good relationship with your sister, 50-50.
Yeah.
If you don't, and you don't really care about it, and you think that she's only trying to get the money and she doesn't actually want a relationship with you, keep it the way it is.
Interesting.
That's kind of my thought.
I would keep what is given. I mean, if I have 3 houses, my sister doesn't have, I have a house, I have a good relationship with her, I'd give her a house.
Well, I'm just thinking if I had this same relationship with my brother that I do now, and I found out that I was going to be given, like, let's say it was going to be like 70-30 or like 60-40 or something.
Okay.
I personally would be like, you know what? I love my brother 50-50.
Okay.
But if I had the relationship that OP probably has with his sister, which is doesn't seem great.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
She argues that family is family and it's not fair to punish her for their estranged relationship. But I think it's not my fault they didn't get along.
Yeah, don't pull that Stitch crap on me.
Yeah, Ohana. She had years to fix things with him, but she chose not to. My mom, they're divorced, is on her side, saying that I should do the right thing and give her more money to keep the peace. Buy her silence. Some friends agree with her, while others think I'm justified in keeping what I was given. So am I the a-hole for not wanting to share my inheritance with my sister?
Pros and cons list.
Yeah.
Pro,
more money.
She shuts up. If you split for splitting it. Pro, she shuts up. Con, get a lot less money.
I also, I don't think, did it say
how old OP is?
No, what the split is?
No.
OP's
she wants
28.
50-50.
Yeah.
But she got a lot more than than the sister did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say maybe like an 80-20 split.
Yeah,
perhaps.
probably. It seems like, yeah, she's pretty upset. So, yeah, I think, again, I have the same thoughts. If you want that relationship, if you have a good one already, do the 50-50. If you don't, and she's just kind of money hungry, and you're like, oh, she actually doesn't really care about having a relationship with me at all. This was my dad's wishes. Who am I to say no to what he wants? Then keep the way it is. Edit. I've seen some comments saying this is fake or I'm leaving out key details. So let me clear a few things up. First, about my sister's estrangement. It wasn't something that happened overnight. After my parents' divorce, she sided heavily with my mom and gradually distanced herself from our dad. She blamed him for their split. And even though dad tried to reconcile over the years, she was unwilling to meet him halfway. I'm not saying she's a bad person. Divorces are messy, but it's not like dad cut her off for no reason. Second, I know some of you might think dad was playing favorites, but I don't see it that way. I think he divided things based on who was there for him in his final years. It wasn't about punishment, it was about recognition. Lastly, for those saying I'm conveniently painting myself as the golden child, I promise that's not my intention. My sister had her reasons for stepping back, but I stepped up because I felt it was the right thing to do. That's why this situation is so hard. I'm trying to honor my dad's wishes, but I also don't want to completely ruin my relationship with my sister. Hope this clears up some of the gaps. And why did my parents get divorced? My parents' divorce happened when I was 12 and my sister was 9. It wasn't one big event. It was a combination of things. My dad worked long hours running his own business, and my mom felt neglected. She also said dad had a controlling personality, which caused a lot of tension.
Okay.
On the other hand, dad felt mom wasn't supportive of his career and resented him for working so much. Eventually, they just couldn't make it work, and they decided to separate.
Okay.
My sister blamed dad for the divorce because, in her eyes, he was the one who chose work over family. Mom didn't exactly help. She would make comments about how dad cared more about his business than his kids. I think this shaped my sister's perspective and made her more distant from him.
I see.
Yeah.
And family is family. The reason she brought that up. He's choosing you over her.
Which I think in some ways it might feel like that's what OP is doing to her again, of like choosing this money or her, their dad over her again.
Wealth over family. Got it.
And I feel like maybe she's feeling that betrayal.
Oh.
There's more questions that OP's going to answer. I do think that you could have a sit down, like, don't involve your mom, don't involve other family members. Say like, hey, we're working this out. Just sit down with your sister. Say like, this is why dad gave me this money.
Yeah.
I was helping him out for a long time, and I understand that you had a difficult relationship with dad, and that's kind of your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like have that mature conversation. If you want to kind of make sure that your relationship with your sister doesn't completely break down, if you don't want to do 50-50, maybe you just increase it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if it's like 80-20, maybe it goes to like 30 or so. You know, that's not saying that you have to do this.
But
We're legally entitled to that money, but
just throw the towel in.
I think there is a way where you, I don't know. I just feel like OP's saying like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to dishonor my dad's wishes. And at the end of the day, it is like you want the money, which is fair. And you were given the money because you're legally entitled to it. But
yeah,
I just think, see if you can save this relationship if you want to with your sister.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean just giving her all the money. It just means having a conversation.
It was good. It was a really good thought.
And also you can ask, why does she need this money? Is there something going on in her life? And maybe it's not, I'm going to go do 50-50, but I absolutely will help you if there is something that you need.
Like the sister's entitled to this money?
Yeah. Or she thinks she is when legally she's not.
Not. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that went wrong.
Yeah.
The dad kept trying to reach out.
Yeah.
You didn't want to talk to him.
It's tricky in a divorce.
Things just didn't work out.
Why were my sister and dad so conflicted? After the divorce, I stayed with dad while my sister lived with mom. Dad tried to stay involved in her life, but the distance, both physical and emotional, made things harder. Over time, my sister started avoiding him. For example, he'd call her, but she wouldn't pick up. He'd send gifts or letters, and she'd never acknowledge them. One of the big breaking points came when she graduated high school. Dad showed up to her graduation uninvited because he wanted to celebrate her, but she got upset and accused him of trying to make it about himself. After that, they barely spoke. Why didn't my sister visit when Dad was sick? This is something only my sister can fully explain, but I think it goes back to their strained relationship. By the time Dad got sick, they hadn't spoken in years. I reached out to her multiple times, telling her how serious things were, but she said she wasn't ready to see him. Dad was hurt, but never angry. He just said she has to come on her own terms. Unfortunately, she never did.
Dang.
She's going to regret that eventually if she doesn't already.
She won't have hundreds to wipe her tears with.
No, and that is her own cross to bear, not yours. But yeah, I just, again, don't sacrifice this relationship with your sister until you're very sure that it needs to be sacrificed or it needs to be, ended. Why didn't Dad just leave everything 50-50? I asked myself this too. I think Dad felt the inheritance should reflect the relationships he had. He knew I had been there for him throughout his illness, and he wanted to recognize that. At the same time, he didn't want to completely exclude my sister, which is why he left her sentimental items and some money. I don't think it was about punishing her. I think he just wanted to acknowledge the reality of her family dynamic. Hope this clears up some of the questions people have been asking. And there is an update, but do you have any thoughts before we jump into it?
I think the sister is going to come harder, start doubling down.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Whenever old people try to sign things, but they aren't of their mind.
Oh, like he wasn't. Yeah, basically, he wasn't
all
in his right mind to be able to sign that. Yeah, sure.
He wasn't all there. She tricked him to give him all the money.
Yeah, I think I'm still of the try and see if you can communicate with your sister, have that conversation. But she might just want that money. Yeah, she might just be after that money. Yeah. I also do think, like OP was saying, like, oh, I don't think my dad was punishing her. I think it was just reflecting. I think it is kind of a punishment. Yeah. It's like, you weren't there for me, so you don't get this money. That's not to say that it isn't valid, but she's going to see it that way because it is. She didn't do something, so she doesn't get the money.
Yeah.
And that's, in a way,
Oh.
And she has to live with that. Again, she doesn't get to have that moment with her dad and reconciliation. She doesn't get this money because she wasn't there to see him.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was fair both ways. I think the sister views things in one way and the dad views things in the other.
Yes, absolutely. Divorce is tricky on kids and adults alike. Update. After thinking it through and reading a lot of your comments, I've decided I'm not giving my sister anything beyond what Dad left her. His will was clear, and I'm not going to disrespect his wishes to appease someone who didn't even bother to visit him when he was passing away. I tried to be reasonable and explain my side, but it's pointless. My sister is still sending me nasty texts, calling me names, and acting like I stole from her. My mom is no better. She basically turned this into a full-on guilt trip, saying things like, "You're tearing this family apart, and you're just like your father." Honestly, if being just like dad means standing my ground, I'll take it as a compliment. I think in you living with your dad and your sister living with your mom, you have like cemented those kind of relationships.
Yeah.
I think your mom was always going to side with your sister because you, in her mind, probably sided with your dad.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of resentment towards him, clearly.
Yeah. Ugh.
At this point, I'm done trying to keep the peace. They can say whatever they want about me. I'm not changing my mind. I'm going to do what I want with the inheritance and move on with my life. If that means cutting some people off, so be it. To everyone who says I'm not the a-hole, thank you. Feels good to have some validation. For now, I'm focusing on honoring Dad's memory and making the most of what he left. And there is a second update.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think sister's going to get worse, going to double down, or I guess now triple down, or have a change of heart?
Yeah, the sister's calling her names. There's nothing she can do, right?
With the sister?
Yeah.
Well, legally, no.
So you're good.
Might pester him a little bit, or a lot of it.
Okay.
In which case, you know,
Go
you
with
can go the legal route.
with the person in the last story.
The person who's pranked a bunch. Yeah.
Use that route.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Legally, she can't do anything. Relationship wise, you might have, it seems like you're probably going to lose that relationship, but it doesn't seem like you want it. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Ugh.
It also seems like you kind of lost it when that divorce happened already.
Dang, sadly.
Update 2. So, 6 months after my dad passed and the inheritance was finalized, my sister completely lost it. Ooh. I thought things were rough before, but this took it to a whole new level. First, she tried to sue me.
No way.
She claimed I manipulated Dad, but you said, into changing the will and accused me of undue influence.
Throw me the roses.
Saying I isolated her from him while he was sick and pressured him while he was medicated. Yeah.
Throw me the roses.
Absolutely. It was full of lies and reached so far I don't even know how she said it with a straight face. She even had 2 friends of hers sign statements saying they felt something was off, even though neither of them were around our family. Yeah.
I could just feel it in the vibe. Something was just off.
She wasn't even around her own father. How were they around the father?
How a statement from 2 friends saying something felt off gonna do anything?
It's not. That's the thing. She's grasping for straws. Her case got tossed quickly. Judge dismissed it with prejudice, so she can't try again. I thought that would be the end of it. Nope. And this is what I said. She started pestering me. Yep, she did exactly what both of us said. Constant texts, emails, calls from private numbers. She made burner accounts on social media and commented on anything I posted. Signed me up for mailing lists. And then I walked outside one day and someone had spray painted thief across my garage. I have cameras now, and yeah, it was her. Clear as day. Had to file a police report, and that's still in progress. Then she showed up at the house while I was gone for the weekend. Broke in through a back window. She wrecked the place. Ripped pictures off the wall, poured something on the couch, smelled like bleach, broke furniture, went through drawers, dumped boxes of my dad's stuff on the floor, left a note on the bathroom mirror that just said, "You don't deserve this. Thank you for the note that proves you were there." You idiot.
This is gonna make it so much easier to find you.
If she was capable of this, she absolutely did not deserve any of this money.
Yeah.
I reported the break-in. There's now a criminal case open against her. It gets worse.
What? How?
Right after that, she started telling extended family and mutual friends that I harmed her when we were younger. That's where I draw the line. Yeah, you can sue her for freaking slander.
Defamation.
Yeah.
Is the correct terminology.
Both.
All right. Well, I guess we can do a joint case of
Joint
slander
slander,
and defamation.
And then if she's writing anything, it's libel. It's not just petty inheritance drama anymore. She crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. I've never done anything like that, obviously. And hearing that kind of accusation come from your own sibling is something I don't think I'll ever process. I have nothing to hide, and I've already spoken to a lawyer. If she says it publicly again, I'm filing a defamation suit. By the way, I would like to file for you guys to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
And we will sue you if you don't, because
We'll
we
sue
can
you.
track your phone.
We'll find you and we'll sue you.
Remember that thing that says ask to not track?
We're tracking. Every time you
actually
say
was like-
no, it means yeah.
It's actually yes, because there's a small print that says, let OK Storytime see all your data.
But there is a little bit left to the story. Do you have any final thoughts?
It's crazy that someone feels this entitled.
To money that they didn't earn.
Money they didn't earn, and they're going to spend the rest of their lives trying to get the money instead of building wealth and getting wealth.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is a trait of hers, and it's transactional.
Yeah.
And she wants things that doesn't, I don't know, like, of course she wanted time with her dad, and that was bad that, like, she didn't get that, and things didn't end up that way. But all this?
Yeah. I mean, she made a choice to not visit her dad. And she was an adult. You know, she's 25 now, so this was recent.
Yeah.
Probably around 23 or 24 when she made that decision to not go. OP was there for his dad the whole time. And then not only does she have the audacity to demand this money, she then goes on to like harass OP just terribly. I mean,
Wild.
no normal person does that when they don't get something they want.
Oof.
But there's a little bit left to the story. OP, you made the right decision, and it sucks that you have to cut off probably your mom too, your mom and sister.
Yeah,
But you know, your
family.
piece is worth more.
than all this.
My mom is still trying to play both sides. She says things like, your sister's just grieving in her own way. Grieving someone she didn't see for years?
This is grieving.
As if that justifies any of this. It doesn't. We're done. I've cut contact with both of them. If there's a takeaway here, it's that people can spiral in ways you never expect when money and guilt get mixed together. I kept thinking, surely this is the last straw. But it just kept going. I'm tired, I'm angry, and I'm done. I'll keep the house. I'll keep what Dad left me, and I'll keep my distance.
All
Ooh, bars.
right.
Look at that. Look at that, OP.
Wow.
Keep that house. Keep your money.
Wow. It's so crazy that after someone gets broken in,
Yeah.
we read 2 stories. People get, things get broken in, then they get security cameras. You'd think these siblings would think a little bit.
Well, they're clearly not smart.
No.
Because she's trying to file these like suits that have no holding at all. Like
At all.
Terrible.
Weird.
Yeah. Like there's no ground for them to stand on. And yet she's like, yeah, this is gotta work. I'm gonna get all of this money that I have no legal right to.
Dude.
Or I'm gonna harass my brother until he files a police report and she probably gets arrested.
And honestly, I'd counter sue.
Yeah.
Sue her.
Well,
see
now,
if you get
now
money
you
out
can
of it.
sue her for defamation. You can sue her for breaking into your house.
How did that not go
harassment.
through?
Well, I think it's going through. I think OP filed
Okay.
criminal charges. So now
Okay,
it's a
good,
criminal
good.
case.
She's going to
yeah.
be arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Oh,
goodness.
yeah. No, this is now a criminal case because she's stupid enough to have left
You deserve
proof.
this.
But folks, that is the end of that story.
Got another one coming for you.
I want to cut off my step family after my father passed away.
I guess there's no reason for you to stick around then.
My parents got a divorce when I was 6, and I haven't seen my mom since she was harmful. My dad remarried when I was 8. My stepmom wasn't harmful, but we never clicked. She tried to be my new mom right off the bat, and I found it weird, and she didn't like how I wasn't open to the idea right away. By the way, this comes from Cut Step Fam, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. Oh.
People are like cars. You just get a new one and it's fine.
And it's fine, and they'll adjust immediately. She also had a daughter who's 1 year younger than me. We didn't hit it off either. Don't get me wrong, she's a totally fine person, but as kids, she was the typical brat, so I guess it made it hard for us to really bond as kids.
And then she had a sister that was just like her, but they weren't as pretty as you. And then your dad left, and you always had to clean the house.
And then you met a prince. That's gonna work out for you, OP. Once I hit my teens, I had a rough patch of being rebellious and overall not a good person. My dad gave me space like I needed, but my stepmom didn't see it that way, and we fought a lot because of it. My stepsister was all right during teen years. She got the more quiet and keep to yourself, so we didn't really have any conflict. But me and my stepmom didn't hit it off. And once I turned 18, I moved out first chance I got. I am now 24, and my dad sadly passed away from cancer. Though I didn't get along with my stepmom, I never stopped loving my dad, and we texted daily when I moved out. It was rough on me, and I do appreciate my stepmom helping me with the funeral, but that was a couple months ago, and I haven't really talked to her since. My stepsister has invited me over for Christmas, and honestly, I don't know if I want to go. Not because I don't like them, but because it's the same house that we grew up in, and it will remind me too much of my dad, and I'm still grieving. I know my stepsister and stepmom are too, but F it, sucks because I don't know. I just want to be left alone for some time to process because it was only 3 months ago. Am I the a-hole if I don't show up to Christmas Day at my stepmom's place? And there are some comments and an update, but what do you think?
I recently had someone pass, and it wasn't my dad, but it was my great-grandfather. And I feel in that scenario, I'd want to be there just to like grieve it and let it all out.
Yeah.
This feels different because
It's not like people that she's emotionally attached to. It's kind of just people she's been forced into proximity with.
and they don't seem to have her best interest at mind. It's sort of, this is how I think things should go about, and you have to do that. And during this grieving process, it's such a very like sensitive time
Yeah.
that you kind of need a little bit of grace more than you need to do this.
Yeah. I don't think that you should do anything just because you think you're expected to, or it's like, oh, well, I should see my stepfamily. It's like whatever you need to get through this time is the most important thing. And if they say, hey, we want you to come to Christmas dinner, you can just say, I appreciate the offer. It's really kind
Yeah.
of you, but I think I want to take some time alone to
Yeah.
process. And
Yeah.
that's okay. And
They
if they
should
don't
understand
understand that, then, they're
Ugh.
not great people. And
See 'em next year.
you don't want to see them. Yeah. It seems like you guys don't vibe, but it seems like they're normal and not crazy for the most part. So.
Stepmoms wanted a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Just nothing came naturally.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Top comment, not the a-hole. It was nice of them to include you, but you by all means don't have to accept their offer. I'm sorry for your loss. If you need an excuse and want to potentially keep the door open in case you change your mind in the future, you can say you're still grieving and would rather be alone, which is what I said. So it's good advice. OP says, I'll say that I don't know what I want yet. I could one day feel like I miss and want them, but not right now. My dad's sister, my aunt, has been a great mother figure to me once my bio mom left me and my dad. So I call her my deaf immediate family. Commenter says, you are not the a-hole if you choose to cut them out, but people change and somewhere along the road, you will probably regret such a hard decision. Why even cut them out? They're a living bridge to your late dad. He loved them and he not only lives in your heart, but theirs also. And then OP responds, I probably asked the wrong question. I won't cut them out. I was just wondering if I'd be the a-hole for not showing up. I won't lie, I'm still grieving and kind of want to spend it with my aunt, my dad's sister, because she's been a mother figure ever since my actual mom left me. And OP also responded to another commenter saying, I worded this wrong, should have said it more as me not going to them this holiday. I appreciate what they've done for me, and cutting them out isn't really something I want to do. Commenter says, what do you have to lose? My opinion is just go for it. By reaching out to you, it probably means she likes you at least a little bit, and obviously cares for your well-being if she wants to put food in your belly. OP says, I like your style, LOL. I'll try and go and see what happens. Oh, okay. Now it seems like OP is going to Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Everyone was like, don't cut them off. And she was like, I wasn't planning to. I guess, okay.
Kind of awkward right now.
Yeah. There is no ill will for either. And I do respect my stepsister a bit because she had to deal with me being a rebellious snot my teen years. And she could have hated me for that. And she didn't. And sorry about your dad too. I talk to him every day, even if it was like a 5-second good morning. He tried his damnedest to give me the best because my mom was harmful as heck and just abandoned me. And another commenter says, not the a-hole. It's understandable that you don't want to spend the rest of your life trying to force a relationship with people you don't really have a deep connection with. But I do think it's lovely that they helped you with the funeral arrangements and invited you for Christmas, even though they weren't obligated to. So clearly they're not bad people. Perhaps just keep them on your Christmas and birthday card list and check in on them every now and then.
We got clickbaited. I thought,
Everything's fine.
yeah.
I mean, OP lost her father, which is awful. But in terms like of the step family, they seem pretty chill. And OP's like, I don't know. I wasn't up for it this year, but maybe I'll be good by Thanksgiving next year.
Yeah, there better be a turn. There better be a turn for the worst. And people going crazy,
Yeah.
cutting
there's
each
gonna be
other
an
out of their
update.
wheels.
Mhm.
This update would be wild.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. OP says, I like that idea. There is no ill will for either of them, but I feel no love for them. Though I do respect my stepsister for what I put her through with the constant fighting and still being, at the very least, cordial. Commenter says, not the a-hole since you have to grieve your own way, but keep in mind that they are grieving too and might want you there to patch things up and have a fresh start. OP says, I know I want to be there. I know I wasn't an easy teen, and I'm forever grateful for my stepmom not hating me for it, or my stepsister not resenting me for it. I won't be able to make it to this holiday, but I want to be there for them because I really am the only male family figure either of them have now. And OP is male. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
But there is an update.
Oh boy.
I decided not to cut my stepfamily out of my life. I thought that was on the table.
Yeah.
OP's like, I've decided again. You said that it wasn't even going to happen.
She's trying to get Reddit rewards.
Yeah,
man.
literally. She's like, I'm going to cut them out. And then she's like, guys, I don't know where you got that idea from.
Wait, is this a dude
I'm
or
not
a
going to.
girl?
What? The guy, sorry. He's like, I don't know where you got that idea from. I was never going to cut them out. And then here he is again saying,
Bro.
my second question, if I was the a-hole, if I go or not. And people say it's up to me. So I went to my stepmom's place for Christmas. This was my first time with my stepmom and stepsister without my dad. It was super hard because I sat in the seat he always sat on, and I just broke down crying.
Oh.
I am forever grateful for both my stepsister and stepmom. Whoa, because we all just had a group hug on our couch while I bawled my eyes out. Stop, wait. OP's like, I didn't want to say it earlier, but I felt like I think OP and step family just kind of misunderstood each other when they were growing up, and he never really gave them a chance.
Yeah.
And then when he was, he left at 18.
Yeah.
It's been, a couple years. Now he's 24.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like you've matured, and they've also, realized
some
that
space.
yeah, you've had some space, and you have this loss that you all have experienced for this person that you all love. And I was like, yeah, maybe you could probably give them another chance. And it seems like you did.
This is cute.
I love
This
it.
is adorable.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel like you want to be alone after like a terrible thing happens, or just like you're very sad.
But that's not what you should do.
Then you realize that, oh wow, actually when I'm with people, it's so much better, and I don't have to
Yeah.
sit in my sadness.
You have to go hang out with your stepmom that's always wanted a relationship with you.
Exactly.
Just do that.
Just do it. We had brunch and it went well, though I was holding in tears for the whole thing. This was the first time I could see that they actually did care for me, and I care for them. They're my family. I didn't stay the night because I couldn't do that, but I left around 11 at night. This was the first time I felt like a full family unit and not the bad kid who fought with my stepmom and wasn't the nicest to my stepsister. I thanked them so much for not holding a grudge when I went through my teen rebel phase. I hugged them both goodbye and went home. I feel like me giving them a shot and going to my dad's place helped me realize that these are the people who have always been there for me. I mean, they were the ones who didn't give up on me when I was a troubled teen, and I love them both for it.
Aww.
And I love when you guys listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this very wholesome story.
Very wholesome.
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts?
Dude, just misinterpretation.
Yeah.
This shows that space helps.
Absolutely. And also don't I think that a lot of times, we hold on to the grudges or the feelings that we had when we were teenagers, which are heavily influenced by being a teenager. And now you're an adult and you're going to have different feelings and thoughts, and
Yep, that's true.
give people a chance.
I remember right before I left for college, I was pretty, me and my mom were just butting heads with about everything. And then I left for college and things seemed to chill out. And then it got rough for a little bit because I didn't have the best relationship with another woman. My mom didn't like that. But other than that, everything was fine.
Yeah.
And we're cool now.
Yeah.
But it took a little bit for us to be on the same page.
Yeah. Now, as you grow, your relationships change.
That's true.
I text my stepsister almost daily now. This is so sweet.
Aww.
Even if it's just a good morning or I have the day off, and I call my stepmom a bit too now, but it goes a bit deeper. And I've started to really trust her like a mom.
That's what you guys always
This is what you
wanted.
wanted.
Aww.
Thank you all for the advice and to not cut them out, because it really did help me realize that we are a family. We have been since I was 8, and I love and care for both of them very much. Commenter says, you, sir, just grew up. Feels good, doesn't it? I got closer to my stepmother when I warmed her at a burial in the UP of Michigan while my father was mourning the loss of his parent. Put the past behind you. You want a good grandmother in your kids' lives when you have kids. Opie says, I agree. I was a bad kid and brother growing up, and I regret that. I'm so glad neither of them held that against me and just saw it as a bratty teen. once I have kids, I think having a good aunt and grandma will be awesome for them. Yay!
Aw.
Yay! This is great.
No,
this is so good.
You're crying. I'm not crying.
No, I'm not crying. Shut up. This is so sweet. I love this.
I love family.
This is they're so cute. Again, OP really. I like to think that OP's dad is looking, because this is probably what he always wanted. All the people he loved to be connected, and he's loss is really hard, but also out of loss you get this beautiful coming together.
Personally, not a fan of this story.
I like it
because I need more disruption and more things that went wrong. Yeah. Everything
went right.
He just had a concern and he figured it out, and it was great.
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes we need the reminder that not everything is going to get worse and worse and worse.
Nah, that's not what I'm here for.
No way.
I'm here for the tea.
But that's the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And
see you tomorrow.